You've been at this party for exactly 2 hours, and suddenly, you feel like your brain is shutting down. Everyone else is still going strong, but you're mentally checking out.
You're not being antisocial. You're not broken. Your brain is literally running out of fuel.
Welcome to the science of your social battery, and why 2 hours seems to be the breaking point for so many people. First, let's understand what's actually happening in your brain when you socialize. Every conversation you have requires your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for complex thinking and social behavior, to work overtime. You're constantly reading facial expressions, interpreting tone, choosing your words carefully, and monitoring your own behavior. All of this happens simultaneously, requiring massive amounts of mental energy. Now, here's the key. Your brain runs on glucose. Specifically, your neurons need a constant supply of glucose to function. When you're socializing, your brain is burning through glucose faster than it can be replenished. This creates what neuroscientists call cognitive depletion, or more simply, mental fatigue. But there's more to it than just glucose. Your brain also has something called decision fatigue. Every social interaction requires hundreds of micro-decisions. Do I make eye contact now? Should I laugh at that joke? Is it my turn to talk? Each tiny decision drains your mental reserves, and after about 2 hours, you've made thousands of them. Then there's the sensory overload factor. At a social gathering, your brain is processing voices, music, movement, lighting, smells, and countless visual stimuli all at once. Your sensory processing systems aren't meant to handle this level of input for extended periods. Introverts, by the way, aren't necessarily more socially anxious. Their brains are just wired to process stimulation differently. Research shows that introverts have more neural activity in their prefrontal cortex during social situations. This means they're thinking more deeply about every interaction, analyzing more details, and processing more information. It's not a weakness. It's just that their cognitive processing uses more energy per interaction. Extroverts, on the other hand, tend to get energized by social interaction because their brains respond more strongly to dopamine rewards. So, after 2 hours, an introvert's brain has worked harder and burned more fuel than an extrovert's in the same situation. But why 2 hours specifically? Why not 1 hour or 3? It comes down to your brain's glycogen stores, which are basically your emergency glucose reserves. Under normal mental activity, these stores last about 90 minutes to 2 hours before they need replenishment. But remember, socializing isn't normal mental activity, it's high-intensity cognitive work. So, your glycogen stores deplete faster, hitting that critical low point right around the 2-hour mark. This is when your brain starts screaming for a break, sending you signals: brain fog, irritability, the urge to escape. There's also something called the ego depletion effect at play. This is the idea that self-control and willpower are limited resources that get used up throughout the day. In social situations, you're constantly using self-control, filtering what you say, managing your facial expressions, resisting the urge to check your phone. After 2 hours of this constant self-regulation, your ego depletion reaches a critical threshold. This is why you suddenly can't fake another smile or maintain that cheerful tone anymore. Now let's talk about what you can actually do about this. First, stop fighting your 2-hour limit. It's not a character flaw. It's biology. Plan your social activities with this in mind. Give yourself permission to leave after 2 hours. No explanation needed. If you have to stay longer, give yourself micro breaks. Step outside. Find a quiet corner. Take a bathroom break to reset. Fuel your brain beforehand. Eat a balanced meal with complex carbs and protein before social events. Limit caffeine and alcohol, which can actually drain your glycogen stores faster. Choose smaller gatherings when possible. 3 people require less cognitive processing than 30. And here's a big one. Stop masking so hard. The more you pretend to be someone you're not, the faster you burn through your mental energy. Being authentically yourself,
even if that means being quieter or less outgoing, actually conserves energy.
Finally, honor your recovery time. After socializing, you need genuine alone time, not just physical solitude. This means no texting, no social media scrolling, no podcasts with voices in your ears. True recovery means giving your social processing systems a complete break. Read, take a bath, stare at a wall if that's what feels right. Whatever lets your brain truly decompress. Your social battery isn't a flaw in your design. It's a feature, not a bug. Understanding the science behind it means you can work with your brain instead of against it. So next time you hit that 2-hour wall, don't push through it. Thank your brain for the warning and give it what it needs. That's not quitting. That's self-care backed by neuroscience.